everyone. So today I am going to be making a fun card. Let's look in here really quick. Yep. Using the ColourQ colors, and they are Real Red, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Cool Caribbean plus white. So I have those picked out right now. So I've gone ahead and taken my dynamic dies from My Favorite Things, and I cut out 3 stars. So there's a big one and then 2 small ones. Okay, so I have the cardstock here of each of these colors. I do not have the Cool Caribbean cardstock. So I have a little piece of paper here that I'm just going to take and see if I can get a color out of it. This is the old ink pads. This is not like the new one. So I think they work better for this technique. The new ones are more blotchy. I'll set that aside to dry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Daffodil Delight pad along with the Christmas Express, that little tiny star there. And I'm going to do a little bit of tone-on-tone stamping. Okay, so there's my papers. Next, I'm going to take these over to the trimmer and I'm going to trim out little strips of these in different sizes. They're not going to be all the same. Okay, so I've got all my little strips here. And then next, what I'm going to do is I have my layer right here, and I'm just going to mark how far over these go on the actual card. They'll be covered up with paper anyways, and then that way I know where I need to stop. Like for instance, this star here, I know that I need to stop here so that I don't have half of it hanging over right in the middle of this star. Since I'm going to be adhering this down to the actual card base, and I'm going to go off of the left side here since this piece is a tiny bit smaller than the card front. So, like right here, I know it needs to stop somewhere right around there. Going to grab my T-square ruler here. And then grab a little bit of the Tombow Mono multi-glue. Put that on there. And then find my mark. So there's my mark right there. Oops. And just go a little bit past it. And the reason why I'm using my T-square ruler, is so that it lines up straight. And then grab another. Make sure I have the star side up here. And butt them up against each other. Now I have a mark right here, so I know that that's as far down as I need to go. Okay, so before I adhere this to the card, there's something I want to do. So I have this embossing powder and it is Glacier from American Crafts, and I think it's pretty close to the Cool Caribbean color, and so I'm hoping that this works. If not, then I'll have to cut another panel. But so I'm going to take a Versamarker. It's just the Versamark marker, and I'm going to use the brush tip. And I'm just going to trace around the star. Like that. But I kind of want, see how it's kind of random and then the embossing powder is everywhere. I kind of want that look a little bit. So, and I don't have the embossing powder, the marker there. So I just kind of like flick it on there, and that's kind of the look I actually want. I don't want it perfectly clean. So I'm going to trace around these other guys really quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just pick up a little bit of this and kind of sprinkle it in a little bit of like, almost like piles, how I want it. Like that, so it kind of looks like the stars are everywhere, or at least the powder is. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how are you going to heat emboss it where these little piles are? Because there's no ink holding it down, because like literally I can just wipe it off. What I'm going to do is heat emboss it from underneath. So I literally am going to let this heat up and then heat emboss it from underneath, and I'll show you how easy it is. Okay, so there's the kind of splattered star front, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment right here. I think I will take the Give Think set and For You, this cute little For You right here. Going to use the VersaFine ink. Okay, so see how this card is shorter than this card down here? So I'm going to take this over and just cut this edge into the bottom of the card. And I think it'll work out great. think I'm going to go with the real red, just to give it a little more pop. Yeah. So I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to add some adhesive. Place that paper on there. Like that. And then take it over with my cutter. Okay, and then I'm going to take some foam adhesive to the back. Never used this kind of foam adhesive before, so I'm kind of excited to see how well it works. Just going to place it at the top. Oh, that's lovely. So it doesn't even cover there. See my little mistake? So what I'm going to do is make it look like it's just continuing down. There we go. Put that yellow on there on purpose. Okay, if you saw my videos, you saw that I made my own little enamel dots here. I think I want a couple of yellow ones, so I'm going to take, let's see, one that size, that size. Yeah, so I'm going to take those three, and then I'm just going to grab a Copic marker and a scratch piece of paper. And let's see. I think this one's close. Y17, let's see how this works. Might have to give it a couple coats. Okay, so there is our card for today. I hope that you will go and create something that is perfectly imperfect and can play along with the challenge. Bye.